Hello friends, I am Professor Sunil Bairagi from KK College of Agriculture, Nasik. This is a course Problematic Soils and Their Management in which we are seeing today the determination of PHE and ECE. Okay, these are the practical under the course of Problematic Soil. So PHE, this E suggest the extraction paste. Okay, so let's see how we determine the PHE and ECE of the soil or the saturation paste extract. So determination of soil pH. One of the most enlightening attributes of soil is its pH. So due to the determination of pH, we can say that whether this soil is acidic or basic. Then the plant nutrient availability is also influenced by the soil pH. The ideal pH range for availability of most nutrients, that is 6.5 to 7.5. So the scientist Thomas in 1957 noted that the three soil pH ranges are particularly informative. So a pH less than 4 indicates the presence of free acids, generally from association of sulfides. A pH below 5.5 suggests the likely occurrence of exchangeable aluminums, and pH from 7.8 to 8.2 indicates presence of calcium carbonate. So mainly this equipment or the pH meter mainly consists of glass electrode and then calomel electrode. So the calomel electrode is also known as reference electrode. You can see these two, glass electrode and calomel electrode. So glass electrode is a so this sorry the reference electrode or the pH electrode are included inside the glass electrode. Then first one, that is what is the glass electrode. The glass electrode consists of thin wall bulb of pH sensitive glass sealed to a stem of high resistance glass. It is better to choose a lower resistance electrode, that is the pH ranges from 0 to 12 with more rapid response, and to tolerate the possibility of small errors caused by the reaction between the electrode surface and the film of soil suspension in contact with it. So when we are carrying out the experiment or when we are determining the pH of that of the soil, so we have to use the lower resistance electrode, because with using this lower resistance electrode we can tolerate small errors or avoid these small errors. Okay, so new electrode should be checked in at least three standard buffer. The three standard buffer mainly consist of 4, 7 and 9 for linearity of response. The useful life of glass electrode is extended if it kept moist when not in use. Combined glass and reference electrodes should also be stored in a buffer solution, but separate reference electrodes should have the liquid junction immersed in nearly saturated KCl solution, that is potassium chloride solution, protected from evaporation. With continued use, the performance of glass electrode gradually worsens. Electrode with poor performance should be replaced. Erratic of scale reading indicates very high electrical impedance in the electrical circuit. So, and air bubbles interrupt the path between the glass bulb and the internal surface electrode. These bulbs are usually dislodged by gentle tapping and shaking. So, if we want to remove these air bubbles, so we have to gentle tap that particular glass electrode or shaking of that electrode. Next one, that is calomel electrode. So these electrodes are usually the calomel type with saturated KCl electrolyte. But Ag or AgCl, that means silver or silver chloride electrodes, give quite satisfactory service and have an advantage in being easily repaired or even constructed in a laboratory. So we are using the silver chloride electrodes. Caramel electrodes must not be heated above 70 degrees Celsius. They should be closely inspected regularly to see that no air gaps have developed. So the regular inspection is required for this caramel electrode. The liquid junction between the reference electrode and the test liquid usually made with KCl solution, which is also the reference electrolyte. The liquid junction potential with soil suspension is not the same with other electrolyte. The KCl solution used should not be saturated at any temperature above the minimum to which the electrode will be subjected. For example, solution of 32 gram of KCl in 100 ml water is just unsaturated at 150 degree Celsius. The KCl solution should flow through the liquid junction at very low but detectable rate. So this is all about calomel electron. So the reagent we are using, that is the standard vapor solution, that is of pH 4, then pH 9.2 and the pH 7. So this pH is already actually prepared in the laboratory. So if you want to prepare, let's see how we will prepare this pH. Prepare stock solution of 0.3 molar potassium hydrogen phthalate by dissolving 15.3 gram of analytical grail salt in about 2 to 5 ml of or 225 ml of hot water. Cooling the solution and diluting it to 50 ml. Add a drop of toluene to discourage growth of microorganism. For the standard buffer pH 4.0, mix 100 ml of the stock solution with 500 ml of water. Prepare the full solution every week. So if you are to prepare the standard buffer, mix the above 100 ml stock solution with 500 ml of water. Then second one, that is standard buffer solution pH 9.2. Dissolve 3.81 gram sodium tetraborate in water and dilute to 1000 ml. Then 1.0 normal potassium chloride solution. Dissolve 74.56 gram of KCl in water and make up the volume to 1000 ml. Then apparatus, mainly if you see the measurement of pH is you mainly measure by pH meter, then electrometric pH meter with glass and calomel electron. So procedure: wet 250 gram of air dry soil and place in the plastic container. So this is the procedure for the saturation paste extract. Take distilled water in 250 ml measuring cylinder and add to the soil with stirring with a steel spatula until is nearly saturated. Then record the volume of distilled water used. As the saturation, the paste glistens as it reflects light. It is flows slightly when the container is deep. And if the soil having high clay content, the spatula maybe not slides, or the paste of that particular soil maybe not slides freely. Allow the paste to stand for an hour and recheck the criteria for saturation. Free water should not stagnate on the soil surface nor the paste stiffen markedly. If the paste does stiffen or lose its glister, remix with more water. In the meantime, turn on the pH meter, allow it to warm up, and standardize the glass electrode using both the standard buffers. Remember to adjust the temperature compensation knob to the temperature of the solution. Measuring the pH of the sample suspension, stirring the suspension well just before introducing the electrodes. Rinse the electrodes after each determination with water carefully, but do not blot them dry with filter paper. Record the pH of the saturation paste using glass electrode assembly. So next one, that is determination of EC, that is electrical conductivity of this extract. The electrical conductivity of water extract of soil gives a measure soluble salt content of the soil. So if you are measuring the electrical conductivity, actually we are measuring the measures of soluble salts, how much soluble salts are present in the soil. Pure water is a very pure conductor of electric current, whereas water containing dissolved salts ordinarily found in soil conducts current approximately in proportion to the amount of salt present. So if you are to measure the amount of current, so the amount of current is directly dependent on the soluble salts present in the soil. Based on this fact, the measurement of the electrical conductivity of an extract gives a satisfactory indication of total concentration of ionized concentration. So equipment we are using, this is the electrical conductivity meter. Then a reagent, that is potassium chloride of 0.01 normal. Dissolve 0.7456 gram of KCl in distilled water and add water and make up the volume 5 to 1 liter at 250 degree Celsius. This is the standard reference solution. At 250 degrees Celsius, it has an electrical conductivity of 1.412 millisiemen per centimeter or decisiemen per centimeter. Sorry, per meter. So this is the electrical conductivity meter from which we are using, we are measure electrical conductivity or EC of soil or extract. So this is the same procedure, and from the here we are use this Buckner funnel. So this Buckner funnel, so this same process up to the third point. Then fourth process, if they remix with more water, then this paste we are transferring with Buckner funnel fitted with Whatman number one filter paper. Okay. And then we are applying this vacuum and collect the filter in the test tube suspended to the spout of the funnel in the vacuum flask. So from that particular solution or the filter we are taken, we are measuring the EC of the extract. So then mainly we are taking observations like pH of saturation paste and EC of saturation extract. So this is all about the determination of pH and EC of extract. Thank you.